You hear something. It sounds like someone is calling your name from downstairs.
Hey, it's me. Can you come down here?
No.
Okay, he's here now. So, what's this all about?
Okay, see, there's something that's always confused me about this. It's Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And as we find out later on in the game, we don't have school on Sunday. Why the fuck are they in their school uniforms?
Because in anime they never change their outfits.
But they do in this game.
Oh.
When they have the day off.
See, what I'm confused about is how she's allowed to wear this fucking pink jacket over her uniform.
Plot armor.
Because I know when I went to school with a uniform, if we wore anything that wasn't the school sweater, we'd get, like, caned.
It's funny you say that because in Persona 4 it's worse.
She gets worse?
No, the wearing stuff over the like Kanji, the character Kanji,
Oh,
throughout
yeah.
like the warm weather before they he doesn't even wear the top. He just wears a tank top with a skull on it. Like he doesn't have the school uniform on. That's what he's wearing, and I'm just like, really?
Yeah.
There's someone I want to introduce. Hey, hurry up.
You see, with his, it's not as bad. It's just a red vest over it.
But it kind of looks uniformy.
Yeah. Then she just has that god-awful pink. Oh, and don't even get me started on her cold weather outfit.
I just don't like her, so I think I'm just nitpicking.
Hold your horses. This is freaking heavy.
Is this fucking Junpei? I don't hate Junpei.
I just love that he has that purple backpack.
Yeah.
Is he here?
I could probably hang out with Junpei as a friend. I'd be fine with that. He just reminds me so much of someone I go to school with.
He gets a lot better as the game. Like, no, seriously, I thought I didn't like Junpei, but then his story really got going,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh my gosh.
Like, I don't care what pity story Yukari has. She can fuck off. I don't mind Junpei. I make jokes about him. That's because he's an easy target.
Speaking of school uniforms, he just wears the jacket. He has this dark blue button-up underneath his.
I thought Japan was a lot more strict with their uniforms.
They are, unless you're the main characters of the story.
The protagonist of the story, yeah.
Well, no, not just the protagonist, the main characters.
The Holy Trinity.
The rules of three.
Yeah.
Don't tell me.
This is Junpei Iori from Class 2F.
Okay.
Being here as of today.
Why does he have to say that? Like, he should know that both Yukari and Minato are in Class 2F.
Maybe he didn't know.
It's up there, like, real.
What's up?
What's up?
He's staying here? You gotta be kidding me.
He's not gonna go through your panties, George. Chill out.
Well, especially if she keeps the door locked.
Yeah.
I bumped into him the other night.
I just like how, like, Akihiko is, like, Yukari's freaking out, and Akihiko's just like, yeah, I bumped into him the other night.
He has the potential, but he just awakened to it recently.
Okay, the next line, I think, is Junpei's, and this is where you see that he's actually a really cool bro.
Stop calling him a bro.
About us, and he agreed to help.
You have the potential.
Oh, wait, hold on.
For real?
Come on.
Kid found me crying like a baby at the convenience store, surrounded
Aww.
by a bunch of goblins.
He just owns up to it.
He's just like, yeah, I'm a little bitch.
I don't remember much, but man, that's embarrassing.
See, he just owns up to it. That's why I like him. He's like, yeah, he's, you know, a player, but at least he owns up to it.
Yeah.
He said that's, you know, completely normal in the beginning. Like being confused and not remembering anything. Did you guys know that?
Yeah. Because, Yukusuke explained that. He was saying how, it's, normally when people first awaken to their persona, they're, like, disoriented and stuff like that. So, I think the top one means yes.
Uh-huh, yeah. Okay, but to be fair, when I first wake up,
Good.
I'm
You're a
disoriented.
Sony user.
Yeah, true.
Man, I was shocked to find out about you guys.
Well, I mean, we just joined ourselves, so.
I had no idea. I'm glad I'm not the only one. It could get kind of lonely, you know?
Talk to me with Zero about that.
I'll bet you're stoked too, right? Having me join?
I prefer you over Yukari.
He has a personality, that's why I don't mind him. Yukari's just, like, offended all the time.
It gets worse.
Ugh.
After Fuka joins, it gets worse.
Huh? Yeah.
Just, like, be chill with him. Like, he's just playing around.
Enough
That's
of the
the thing.
introductions. I think we're about ready.
His voice is so... He reminds me so much of Joseph Gordon-Levitt in Inception. I think that's why his voice just... Ugh.
Oh, we're gonna go do something? Sweetness.
With this many people, we can start exploring our place.
You mean Tartarus?
I remember that was the TARDIS. I was like, what?
Yes, we get to explore the Tartarus.
I was like, yes.
Which, I mean, considering what it is, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, if it's David Tennant, I'll be fine. I'm so good with that.
Or Christopher Eccleston.
Not David Tennant's my favorite.
No, David Tennant's definitely my favorite, but, like, if I had to choose another one other than David Tennant,
yeah.
Christopher, like, I wish he had more seasons. I liked Christopher. It's just, it sucks.
Sorry.
But I think he actually only, he didn't want to do more than one season.
I can understand that.
Because, I mean, he didn't know where the show would go or if it would become popular or not.
Sounds like toothpaste.
Sounds like toothpaste.
No, it's the deepest part of the underworld.
Hey, your breath smells good. What toothpaste do you use? Oh, it's Tartarus.
But yeah,
It's
no.
one hell of a toothpaste. Sorry.
Tartarus is, in Greek mythology, it's the deepest part of the underworld.
Kinky.
Kinky good or kinky bad?
Kinky's always good.
We believe we can find the reason for the dark hour there.
So are they trying to stop the dark hour? Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
I hope so.
The chairman will give us the details tomorrow night, so be ready.
Yeah, so, this is, of course, in, JRPG. So there's gonna be a lot of talking and the sorts at the beginning, and then once we actually get into the game, there's gonna be a lot of running around.
I mean, that's just me on a daily basis.
But,
oh my god, sorry. Every time he walks in and there's two girls having a conversation, he just walks and stares at them and he's not even discreet about it. It's not like he just, oh, I'm just gonna check my phone. He's just, what are you talking about?
you overhear a conversation. Good morning. I'm always so drowsy on Monday mornings. Yeah, me too. The only thing you can do is to sleep through first period. Same.
Yeah.
Wait, tomorrow's when we have the morning assembly. I'm too lazy for that. I'll just pretend I didn't hear. Lunchtime!
It's my favorite class.
Mine is after school.
But why did she slide? Did you see the way she slid out of her chair?
Sleep in there.
Good.
Can I have a minute?
Yeah, see, her on her character it's purple, but on her cutout it's more red.
Kind of burgundy,
Well, that's red.
but it's like a reddish purple.
Yeah, but like if you look, like if you compare the two, it's more red than her character, her avatar, whatever you want to call her, model.
Come to the lounge when you get back to the dorm. I have something to tell everyone.
Oh, are we having that talk?
About the birds and the bees? Yes, Junpei. You need to have that talk. I almost said something else. It's talk, but with a C instead of a T.
Well,
tacos.
she didn't waste
I
any
want
time
tacos
leaving.
too. I mean, I know we had the burrito bowls recently, but I want tacos.
I prefer tacos more than like homemade burrito bowls. Like if I'm getting a burrito bowl, I go to like Chipotle, or I would go to that Big Bite burrito place because they have really good ones. But if I like am getting like a taco, I prefer like homemade ones.
She's probably busy with things like student council, unlike us.
She's probably on student council, like doing something with her life. Like,
Like I said, like at the beginning, Yukari, I just, she like the sad thing is that she honestly doesn't get better until like August,
yeah.
like halfway through the game.
But
Ooh, Yucatan. I sense some hostility.
Yes.
I'm warming up to him.
Well, it's not that I don't like her. She's just...
I don't like
She's
her.
a bitch. It's like I don't like her. She's just a bitch, and she can go die, and I probably wouldn't care.
It's not that I don't like her. It's just I don't like her.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know
my
so many girls like this in high school who talk bare shit about people and be like, it's not that I don't like her.
It's just
she's
I
just
don't
a-
like her.
She's just a bitch. And I'm like, so you don't like her? Oh my god.
You were told to come back early today. Like I said, we don't. I think it's tomorrow in game that we start having a little bit. No. When do we start having some free will? When do we have some free will? What are we at? The 20th? Hey, look, more social links!
Socially.
The fact you did that makes me happy. 21st. So, yeah, more or less starting on the 21st in game is when we actually have some free will. I'm probably going to change up the days this is posted on YouTube. Because right now I have it every Thursday. But I might change it to, like,
Everybody's
you
here.
know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I'd like your undivided attention.
By the time you're watching this, I've already figured it out, so doesn't really matter. Anyone can see.
Nothing really
The only Persona users we had. But that number recently jumped to 5.
Which, again, I don't know, this goes back to what I was saying earlier with that whole cutscene about him explaining the Dark Hour and everything. It doesn't state when Yukari actually joined. And I feel like if they had said, you know, maybe she had joined like a couple of days before us, then that scene would make more sense. But because they never indicate how long Yukari has been with the team before we came, that scene just bothers me. And I'm going to be going on about that for a while.
Therefore, starting tonight at 12 a.m., I'd like to commence the exploration of Tartarus.
Sorry, I asked this yesterday, but what's this Tartarus thing again?
You haven't seen it, Junpei?
Fuck off.
Hmm? It's no surprise, since it only appears during the dark hour.
The Dark Hour?
Oh my god, you guys haven't explained anything to him.
So we're gonna have to go through another explanation of this? I hate
No.
this. Okay.
Just like the shadows. Interesting, huh? And it's the perfect place for us to train. You can think of it as a shadow nest. Whoa.
Their nest, huh?
But, Senpai, what about your injury?
Since Akihiko hasn't fully recovered yet, he'll only come as far as the entrance.
Yeah, I know.
Are we going to Oh, we are going to Tartarus tonight.
Well, I'm sure he won't complain, as long as you don't go too far in. Since we're dealing with shadows, Tartarus isn't something we can avoid.
Relax, I've got your back.
Shut up, Junpei.
I'm not so sure about this.
What about you, Mr. Chairman?
I'll stay here. As you know, I can't summon a persona.
Okay, so about that. That goes back to what Hugh was saying the other night about how some people can be awake during the dark hour. And then only a select few of those people awake during the dark hour can summon a persona.
Mm-hmm.
So while everyone who has a persona can be awake during the dark hour, not everyone who's awake during the dark hour can summon a persona.
That makes sense.
There's a few other characters we see in the game that can be awake during the dark hour, but don't have personas. Which is actually kind of interesting. Again, this whole idea of being a select few with personas is thrown out the window come Persona 4, but you know, they probably weren't thinking past Persona 3 when they made this game, so.
Mm-hmm.
Also, interestingly enough, apart from a few references in Persona 3,
Mm-hmm.
there's no real connection between Persona 3 and the other and the first 2.5 Persona games. Persona 2 is weird because there's Persona 2 Eternal Punishment and Persona 2 Innocent Sin.
Yeah.
And it's almost like they had an idea, but it was split off into two different ideas, and they made two different games based off this one idea.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, plot or whatever, and it's really weird, because there's two Persona 2 games.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, no,
Why here?
It's just, it's weird. I mean, I've tried to figure out why that is, but, I mean, Persona, I think it came out late 90s, early 2000s, and, you know, it wasn't as common to use the internet.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, the internet was popular, but I don't think they were posting that kind of information, especially because it's, like, in Japan. The game's from Japan, so I guess they weren't posting it, but I can't actually find a coherent answer as to why it was split into two games.
Could not tell you.
Just wait a few minutes. It's almost midnight.
That sounds creepy. Just wait a few minutes. It's almost midnight. Like, why do they have to give that creepy light to Akihiko? There we go. You want to watch this? That's the school. Like, look at that thing. That's not weird at all.